Hi guys, welcome to Full Time Devils. I'm Adam McCullough. This is MUFC. Tomorrow's transfers today. We're bringing you tomorrow's headlines tonight. It's 11 p.m. UK time. We're live Monday to Friday at 11 p.m. every single night. Not sure what time that is your time, but we know you're tuned in around the world, and we thank you very much for getting locked into Full Time Devils. Remember, if you're new to the channel, then hit that subscribe button right about now. We have got so much to talk about today. I mean, so much to talk about. This is the menu for tomorrow's transfers today. We've got Lewandowski, Thiago, Bale and Alderweireld. And check this out. That's all in the first story. Then we've got Darmian, Pogba, Mourinho and Tuanzebe has gone and broke a Guinness World Record. Yes, we are talking all that and much more here on tomorrow's transfers today. And like I said, the first story involves Lewandowski, Thiago Alcantara, Gareth Bale and Alderweireld. The Independent and Miguel Delaney are absolutely on mad ones. They are on mad ones like Safwan. Believe me, they are on a mad one. Firstly, let's start with the two Bayern Munich players. In this story, it says Manchester United are considering bids for Thiago Alcantara. Remember, he nearly joined us in the Moyes era, if you believe the rumours at the time. And, of course, Lewandowski as well, who is obviously a world-class striker. Didn't have the best of World Cups. Is getting on now, but still is a goal threat no matter where he plays. It says Manchester United are considering bids for both those players. And Bayern Munich are open to bids for both those players as well. Now, I'm going to be honest, I can't see Robert Lewandowski leaving Bayern Munich and going to a club where he wouldn't be first choice number 9. Because he wouldn't be first choice number 9 at Manchester United. We've got Romelu Lukaku, who's comfortable in that position at this moment in time. So, can I see us making a move for Lewandowski? Probably not. Now, Thiago Alcantara, on the other hand, I think if he was actually available and on the market, Manchester United would have to be interested in him. I still think, even though we kept Fellaini, midfield's an area that we need to improve. Of course, it may leave too many cooks, but Nemanja Matic isn't going to be around for too much longer, you'd think. And Thiago Alcantara is an absolutely fantastic player. So if you could bring him in, it'd be a great move. But do I think it's possible? No, I don't. As for Gareth Bale and Alderweireld, we've heard plenty of things about those two players. Now, in terms of Alderweireld, the Independent and Miguel Delaney are saying Manchester United still feel a deal can be done for Toby Alderweireld. And that's positive news, because I think we need to make a central defence signing. We need to make a signing in the centre of that defence before the season starts, because that's when the window closes. We know that now. And Toby Alderweireld will be the perfect one for me. His Premier League experience, his absolute quality, it's at the right age. And I think he would come in and immediately strengthen our defence, playing alongside Bailly, Lindelof, Jones, Rojo. Someone like that, I think Alderweireld would be the perfect choice. So I'm hoping there's some truth in that one. But again, I'm a little bit sceptical because of who it is. As for Gareth Bale, the story is similar to what I've discussed on here before, which was United want to make Gareth Bale happen. It seems like an Ed Woodward wet dream. The new manager at Real Madrid, Lopetegui, he's going to come in and I feel he's going to say, Gareth, you're staying. I want to keep you at Real Madrid. They've just let go Cristiano Ronaldo, for God's sake. Why would they let Gareth Bale go? So I think he's going to end up staying at Real Madrid, but they're saying United are still monitoring that situation. That's what's going on in the Independent. Lewandowski, Thiago, Bale and Alderweireld all linked to Manchester United. How much do you want to bet? Probably none of them will come off. What do you guys think about that? Let us know in the comments below. You've got an absolute whopper of a Liverpool fan in the comments saying, you sign Lee Grant, we sign Alisson. Mate, we could afford to sign Lee Grant as a third goalkeeper because we've got Romero and David De Gea, the best goalkeeper in the world. Meanwhile, you dicks have got Karius spilling stuff against Wrexham. And not only that, throwing the Champions League final away. So you had to spend a world record fee on a goalkeeper that's probably not worth a world record fee. So settle down a little bit, yeah? Anyway, moving on from that to someone, by the way, comments on Alderweireld, number 2, and says, Maguire over Alderweireld. Interesting. Interesting. Now on to Matteo Darmian. Now we know Matteo Darmian's been linked with a move away from Manchester United for a long, long time. From last transfer window, January. Tuto Mercato Web have an article which has been picked up by the Metro. They're picking up everything. They say United won £18 million for Matteo Darmian. And Juventus are still hoping a move can be done, although they're hoping they can get the deal down from £18 million. Now, they're saying Darmian has edged closer to a move because there's been pictures of his representatives with the Juventus directors or whoever deals with their transfers. And when his agent spoke to Italian press, he said that they were at a good point. So it seems like Matteo Darmian, who is with Manchester United in America on the pre-season tour, could still be getting that move to Juventus. They brought in Cancelo. It made me think Darmian's probably off the cards then. But it seems like if Alexandro may be on his way out, then they may still need to bring in another fullback. And Matteo Darmian could be that guy. Again, like Daley Blind, who has now joined this list, I wouldn't be surprised to see Darmian leave. And I don't think it would mean that much to Manchester United's team or squad. I'm going to miss Daley Blind. I think he's got more footballing ability in his little toe than the likes of Smalling and Jones. But it's a shame it's not worked out for him. If he had pace, he'd have it all. But yeah, moving on from that, Darmian seemingly heading to Juventus still. That move could be back on. Adrian says, lol at Jose's press conference, what are your thoughts? We're going to speak about that a little bit later. In fact, that's number 4 on the menu. What's number 3 on the menu? I hear you ask. Well, that is Paul Labile Pogba, the World Cup winning Pogba, scored in a World Cup final Pogba. Manchester United's Pogba, he has been linked with a move back to Juventus, and this is coming from Tutto Sport, and it's in Team Talk, and it's all over the place, and I've got to just laugh at it. I was kind of pissed off that producer Chris, had put this in the email that we got with all the the stories that we were going to talk about today, and we have to bring you this stuff because, of course, we know it's big deal. People are talking about it. If you bring up Pogba, it's going to create hits. But Pogba back to Juventus. First of all, where have Juventus got all this money from? They've just bought Cristiano Ronaldo and now they're going to buy Paul Pogba. Second of all, Paul Pogba is worth at least double what they sold him to us for now. So unless you got that, allow it. Thirdly, this article says Vidal, the replacement. Please, thank you, no thanks. That time's passed for Vidal. I would take Vidal as a backup. I would take Vidal as a squad player. I would take Vidal as an option alongside Pogba. But as a replacement, please do one. Paul Pogba's not leaving Manchester United this summer. Look, I wouldn't be surprised if Paul Pogba, maybe one day, 2, 3, 4 years down the line, whatever, you never know what happens with Manchester United. But maybe one day he'll leave, but that's not going to be this summer. These stories are bullshit. And apparently he's told Manchester United that he wants out. Okay then. Some of you guys get worried about these stories. That's the worst thing. You know what? I'm not judging you. I'm not belittling you because I used to do it. I used to believe all the stories I read and get worried about them. But never again. I won't do that. I've had my heart broken too many times. But for facts, Pogba's not leaving this summer. Pogba is not leaving this summer. For sure. Anyway, moving on from that, and to, as you guys were saying earlier about Jose Mourinho's press conference, and apparently he's got no idea whether Manchester United will be making any further signings this summer, which would be a big, big worry. Now, Norman, someone delete Frizzle's comment for him, or take his phone off him, or whatever he's on device, just take it off him. Disconnect his internet, because it's absolute, it's in his wrong hands. Anyway, Mourinho has no idea whether Manchester United will be making any further signings, and that's been picked up by the Daily Mail. The Daily Mirror's back page has gone with Moan United, which has gone with the typical British media agenda against Manchester United. Jump on anything they can and create negativity around the club. Before the season has started, they've gone with Reds haven't even played yet, but Jose insists their pre-season is bad, really bad, and I'm worried. So they're saying, Jose, the season hasn't started and you're talking like this. But also, the season hasn't started and they've already started with their bullshit. Now look, I think Jose Mourinho's comment about transfers, about having no idea about whether we get transfers, I think that's him playing his cards close to his chest. We've always known he's one of those guys that says, unless there's information out there and it's in the public knowledge, he's not likely to talk about a transfer. So even if we were about to sign a player tomorrow, I don't think Jose Mourinho would say anything. But from that press conference, I didn't feel a whole lot of positivity from Jose Mourinho. And that's something that concerns me. Like, at the start of a season, I want to feel a little bit excited. I want to feel like the manager is confident in his plans. I want to feel like, you know, there's going to be progress made now. I don't want to get worried by the transfer window because anything can happen quickly. In a week, we can sign 2-3 players. So I don't want to get worried by that. Although time is ticking. We've got this new deadline. We need to get players in. I'd say at least 2, maybe 3. So the time's ticking, do you know what I mean? And I can understand why some fans are getting concerned. I can't understand this negative, big back page headlines and all that. Like, relax yourselves, you get me? You can do that during the season. You don't need to start right now. But me personally, watching that as a fan, I didn't feel much positivity towards the season. But like Rigger says, it could just be a poker face. And also, I criticise Jose Mourinho when he deserves it. But also, we need the board to back him properly this window. Because with the season coming up, it's a big season for him, for the club. He needs to deliver this season. And going into the season, I don't want this World Cup to be used as an excuse for not making signings and for players coming back late. Jose Mourinho, the board, everybody knew we had this World Cup. Everybody knew this was the new deadline. It's the same for every club. Every top club has players that were out of the World Cup. You have to deal with it. They will have to deal with it. So Mourinho should have been prepared for it, and the board should have been prepared for it to back him in the transfer market. And at the moment, I don't feel much confidence in the board, to be honest. And I think Jose could be playing, you know, poker face as well. But I would like him to make me feel a little bit more positive about the season ahead. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt after that press conference. Let me know what you guys are saying. We have been talking Lewandowski, Thiago, Bale, Alderweireld. That story was in the Independent. Then we were talking Darmian, which was from Tutto Mercato Web and also Metro. We were talking Pogba, Team Talk, Tutto Sport. We're also talking Mourinho's press conference. Let me know what you're thinking about that. Daniel says Martial stays though with an okay sign. And I do think that Martial looking... I think this summer is a big one for Martial. Look, I think Jose needs to give him more of a chance. But I also think when Martial gets that chance, he needs to grab it with both hands. Show consistency now in your performances. And just grab it by the bollocks this season. Seriously, because he's got the talent now. We need to... consistency. And Jose can possibly earn a lot of trust from him this summer. We know what Jose is like. He's a little bit funny. And this summer, Anthony Martial is one of the most experienced players on that tour. Alexis Sanchez hasn't gone on the US tour. I think that's a big blow. So Anthony Martial is one of the most experienced players there. And he needs to grab it now. He needs to say, yo, I'm starting the first game of the season and I'm not coming out of that team when the likes of Lukaku, Lingard, etc. are back. So yeah, big summer, big season for Martial and Manchester United. And hopefully they both come through it with flying colours. We have got 1,000 watching right now. Get hitting that like button, get subscribing, get sharing as well. Just to recap, the Lewandowski, Thiago, Bale, Alderweireld story. Lewandowski and Thiago apparently were considering a bid and Bayern are open to negotiations. Bale is the normal situation. We're open to him, but it looks like he might stay at Real Madrid. Alderweireld, United, according to Independent, are still feeling a deal can be done for him. Darmian is edging closer to Juventus, says Tutto Mercato Web. Pogba is apparently going to Juventus and Vidal his replacement, because Pogba has told United he wants out. It says team talk and two-toe sport. I tried to finish that without laughing. Pogba's going nowhere. Look, Pogba may leave eventually, maybe one day in the future. I'm not ruling anything out. But poor Pogba's not leaving Manchester United this summer. Please do one. And I hope producer Chris doesn't make me talk about any more Pogba stories this summer. And Mourinho has no idea whether we will make any signings at all. Apparently, he could have his poker face on. Anyway, guys, we have got one more story to wrap up just before we go. It's a little bit of fun. It's Axel Twanzebe. I love that guy. And I hope he gets, if not a loan move that can help him fulfill his potential and come through at United, gets opportunities at United. He's got a world record. He's in the Guinness World Records for a game of Hungry Hippo. He has cleared a game in 17.36 seconds. Now, it's been a long, long time since I played Hungry Hippo, so I forgot what the whole deal is, and I know you got to hit loads of buttons and all that, but I didn't know you could play it on your own. I didn't know that was a thing. So apparently, he's cleared the game in 17.36 seconds, and now he's a world record holder. Maybe me and producer Chris can try and break that record on a live stream one day for you guys, and get Axel Twanzebe's record. I think that would be good, wouldn't it? But yeah, well done, Axel. Proud of you, mate. Next step, the first team. Guys, that's me for today. One thing before I go. There's a huge debate which has been put up today, which is a debate about Manchester United's starting 11 for the game, the first game in the Premier League campaign. So go and check that out. Guys, this has been tomorrow's transfers today. I have been Adam McCullough, bringing you a bumper edition of it today. I've gone over a little bit, but I'm sure you guys don't mind. Thank you for watching, 1,000 of you. So make sure you're hitting that like button. I want at least 700 likes. Make sure you're subscribing as well. And for now, guys, I have been Adam McCullough.